Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're digging into, well, something sparked by Dr. Albert Schweitzer, the Nobel Prize winner. Someone asked him what's wrong with people. His answer, pretty blunt. Men simply don't think.
That's quite a statement, isn't it? Really cuts to the chase.
It does, and it perfectly sets up some startling numbers we found in our sources. Picture this. 100 people, starting out fairly even, say, age 25.
Okay, yeah. Full of potential.
Right, but fast forward to age 65, only one of them is rich. Just one.
Wow.
4 are financially independent. Okay, better, but still, only 4. 5 are still working. And then a staggering 54 are broke.
54. That's the majority by a huge margin.
Exactly. So you have to wonder what happens, what happens to all that sparkle, the dreams, the big plans they had back at 25. Where does it go for most people?
Well, it might start with how we even define success. Our sources offer a really profound take on it, they say. Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal.
Progressive realization, so like step-by-step movement towards something.
Precisely. It's not just the end result, like having X amount of money.
Yeah.
If you're actively working towards a goal you set for yourself, a goal you know, then you're a success right now.
I like that.
Think about it. A school teacher who genuinely loves teaching, that was their goal, their success. A mother raising her family, if that's what she wanted to dedicate herself to. Success. Even the person running the corner gas station, if that fulfilled their specific dream.
That's a much broader, more human definition than just wealth.
It is. But it also leads to the question you asked. Why do so few achieve that kind of success, realizing their own ideal?
Yeah, what's the block?
Our sources connect this to something the psychologist Rollo May talked about. He said the opposite of courage today isn't cowardice, it's conformity.
Conformity, just going along with the crowd.
Exactly. And that seems to be the trap for that 95% who don't quite reach what they set out for. They conform, they act, but often without really knowing why they're doing what they do.
Just doing what everyone else does.
Sort of, yeah. Believing their lives are mostly shaped by things outside their control, by circumstances. They get up, go to work. But maybe without that clear internal why.
Okay, so if conformity is the trap, what's the secret those successful few understand? The 1%ers, the 4%ers?
Well, it's what the source material calls the strangest secret. And it's simply this. We become what we think about.
We become what we think about. That sounds simple, but also huge.
It is. And it's not some new idea. This is apparently one thing the wisest people throughout history, people who disagreed on tons of stuff, actually agreed on completely.
Like who?
Well, Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, he said, a man's life is what his thoughts make of it. Ralph Waldo Emerson, William James, Norman Vincent Peale. They all landed on this same core truth. It's presented almost like a law of the universe.
Okay, so how does that work? Thinking makes it so.
Think of it like a farmer and their land. The land is fertile, right? Doesn't care what you plant.
Yeah.
You plant corn, you get corn. You plant deadly nightshade, poison. You get poison.
Right, the land just grows whatever seed it's given.
Exactly. Now, the human mind, it's described as infinitely more fertile than land. And it works the same way. It will return whatever we plant in it. Plant thoughts of success, a clear goal.
And that's what grows.
That's the idea. Plant thoughts of confusion, fear, worry. And that's what you'll reap too.
But why don't more people use this then, if the mind is so powerful?
That's a great question. The source suggests maybe it's because this incredible tool, our mind, is given to us free at birth. We tend to undervalue things we get for free.
Take it for granted.
Yeah. So most people end up using only a tiny fraction, maybe 10% or even less, of its actual power.
So for you listening,
Yeah.
what does this mean practically?
It means you're basically in charge. The first step is crucial. Decide what it is you really want. Get specific.
Okay, decide, then what?
Plant that goal in your mind. Hold it there. Focus on it. Water it. Work steadily towards it every day. Our sources insist this isn't just like positive thinking fluff. It's a law, as reliable as gravity.
The law you can use.
Absolutely. Think of yourself steering a giant, powerful, earth-moving machine. That machine is your mind. You're up there in the driver's seat.
So I can steer it towards my goal.
Or you can let it run wild. The same law that creates success, if you direct your thoughts purposefully, can also lead to failure, anxiety, fear, if you let your thoughts drift without control. It works both ways.
It really comes down to controlling your thoughts then.
That seems to be the core message, yes. Both hands on the wheel, heading towards a specific, worthwhile destination.
Which leaves us with a pretty challenging final thought from the source material. It says, Every one of us is the sum total of his own thoughts. He is where he is because that's exactly where he really wants to be, whether he'll admit that or not.
That's a tough one to swallow, maybe.
It really is. Makes you stop and think about where you are right now, doesn't it? Is this truly where your deepest thoughts have led you? Something to consider.